Hello, hello. So today in this video, we're going to talk about the Medicare Supplement Plan F as in Frank versus G as in George. This is a really big question that we often get, not just during the annual enrollment window, but all year round. So as you are going through all the different pieces of mail that you get as you turn 65 or that you see on the internet or find or hear from friends or family members, this is a really big question that we get. So I wanted to give an answer as clearly as I could to kind of help you navigate through whether or not a Plan F versus Plan G. So Plan F as in Frank was for a very long time kind of the top of the line Medicare supplement plan. Medicare supplements are also known as Medigap policies. So if you see the term supplement versus Medigap, those are interchangeable and are the same thing. So a Medicare Supplement Plan F and versus G, either way, those are going to be standardized supplement plans, meaning that whether or not, depending on which supplement carrier that you go with, doesn't really matter. What matters is if Plan F is the same as a Plan F with another carrier as it is with a third or fourth carrier. So the coverage itself is going to be standardized and the same across the board. So Medicare Supplement Plan F, like I said, for so long has been kind of the top of the heap or top of the line Medicare supplement. But just recently in the last couple of years, the Plan G, as in George, has come into the market. So this is a big question that we get is which one is better? Well, I think that's up to you. But the way that Plan F works is that it typically will have the highest monthly plan premium of all of the supplements. So depending on what that is, would be based on your age, your zip code, and your health or your Medicare Part B date. So depending on those things, it would give you what your rate would be. And then a Plan G is typically right behind it. So the way the Plan G works is that it's designed to usually have a little bit lower monthly plan premium. So if you have a Plan F, you pay a premium for it every month, and that's it. Everything else is covered. Whether you go to the doctor, go to the hospital, have an ambulance ride, you have an MRI, you have any sort of doctor visit or lab service done, all of that is going to be covered at 100%. Same thing if you have injectables. Maybe someone is going through chemotherapy and they are having that injected every week or two, a couple days a week, whatever that looks like. All of that is included and covered at 100% under the Plan F supplement. So as long as that member pays their premium every single month, everything else major medically is covered. Okay, with the exception of drugs, prescription drug coverage is actually a separate purchase from a Medicare supplement, Plan F or Plan G. So if you have a Plan F supplement, you pay that premium, it is going to be the highest premium in most cases, and then everything else is covered. So the way a Plan G works is that it's going to have a bit lower, in most cases, a bit lower, anywhere from $30 to $40 less expensive each month for a Plan G premium. And then the only difference really is that in their Plan G, the member would then be responsible for the Part B as in boy deductible. So for this year, for 2020, the Plan B premium or deductible, is going to be $198. So if somebody opts into a Plan G, they're going to pay their premium, which will be $30 to $40 less than a Plan F each month. And then the one thing that they pay out of pocket is going to be that Part B deductible, which for 2020 was $198. So once that $198 premium has been met, everything else is covered just the way it is under a Plan F. So if maybe you don't see doctors as much, maybe you do, either way, the Plan G is designed to be a little bit less expensive in most cases. So it'd be a really good idea to just double check that just by getting a quote, which you can actually do underneath this video. You can click get a quote and enter your information and then find out whether or not a Plan G makes more sense than a Plan F. Keep in mind, under a Plan G, the prescription drug coverage is also not included, just the way that it is not under a Plan F. So either way, you would need to purchase a standalone Medicare Part D, as in drug, prescription drug coverage. So a couple of other things in regard to F versus G. So for right now, there is what's called a special enrollment period for those who want to go from Plan F to Plan G. So in most cases, and up until the 1st of October, there was no guaranteed issue. All of that would go through underwriting. So if somebody wanted to go from a Plan F to a Plan G, they would submit a new application or talk to their current insurance carrier and attempt to laterally move from F to G going through underwriting. Well, what's special as far as a special election right now that's going on from October 1st through June 30th of 2021 is a special enrollment period for someone who wants to go from Plan F to Plan G. So if that's the case, that person could avoid underwriting altogether and submit an application for a Plan G without having to worry about health conditions. So keep in mind, this special enrollment period is not necessarily available to everyone. So you just would want to find out if it's available in your state, if this is something that you want to do. If it is available, I would encourage you to look into it and just find out if it might make sense for you. It is a very popular question right now, so it definitely might make sense to look into it a little bit further depending on what your circumstances are. So another thing to just keep in mind is that a Medicare supplement is different than a Medicare Advantage plan. I get that question a lot as well. So the supplements have additional plan premiums above and beyond the Medicare Part B as in boy premium. And then they don't include prescription drugs when Medicare is primary. So those are kind of the three determining kind of differentiation factors when it comes to a supplement. Where an Advantage plan would typically have a little bit lower or $0 premium, and then it would in a lot of cases include the prescription coverage amongst a number of other benefits. So just making sure that we're all on the same page with that. So it's just important to know the differentiating factors between the two plans and know that G and F are both considered Medicare Supplement plans or Medigap programs. Another question that I get quite often in regard to Medicare supplements is, well, what happens if I change my mind? What if I'm on a Medicare Advantage plan and I go to a supplement, or I want to go from a supplement to an Advantage plan? So this is a big question to keep in mind when you are looking into your Medicare supplement program. So if you are a member of a Medicare supplement plan, whether it be an F or a G or an N or a K, it doesn't really matter. But if you are a member of a Medicare supplement and you're wondering if you can try out a Medicare Advantage plan, you can do that if this is the first time that you've enrolled into a supplement. So if you have been in a supplement plan ever since you started initially into Medicare, you would have what's called a 12-month free look period where the government will allow you to go from your Medicare supplement to an Advantage plan to try it out for a 12-month free look period, meaning that you could try out the Advantage plan for the following year. And if for some reason in the middle of that year you decide, I think I want to go back to my Plan F or my Plan G or whichever Medicare supplement plan that you have, you can do that with no underwriting and no questions asked. So important piece to understand with that, they do give you some flexibility there. There are many insurance carriers that offer different Medicare supplement plans. They can vary slightly in cost, and some may have some additional benefits and services or discounts and things that may or may not be included. So it's a good idea to shop around and just kind of see which one will give you exactly what you're looking for. I hope this was helpful, and feel free to reach out to us with any questions. We're more than happy to help. We'll see you in the next video.